New England's trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
We begin today with developing news as dozens of migrants are dropped off by plane on Martha's Vineyard with no clue where they were or what to do next. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis saying it was his doing as part of an illegal immigrant relocation program. That caused islanders to jump into action to help. And ABC6 News reporter Hector Molina is on the island. He joins us live with new details today at noon. Hector?
Well, here it is, Doreen. As of right now, St. Andrew's Church here in Edgartown, Massachusetts, is the temporary home for about 50 migrants who came here from Venezuela last night. Now, a lot of them are gathering behind the church right here. I'm going to step out just to show you a little bit of what's going on. It's a little bit of mix of migrants and volunteer workers as well. This church has been providing food and any other care for these migrants at this time. Now, I spoke with a person from Venezuela earlier today who tells me he feels a little bit confused and a little scared about the situation, but they say that they've been very well taken care of here in Edgartown. Now, to give you a little bit of background as to how they got here, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis flew at least 2 planes of immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, escalating a tactic by Republican governors to draw attention to what they consider to be the Biden administration's failed border policies. The group of approximately 50 Venezuelan migrants, some of them children, were brought to Martha's Vineyard Regional High School originally, where they were given snacks and shelter, and that's obviously continuing inside and outside the church behind me. Now, they were being cared for Wednesday night by 2 shelters in Edgartown. We spoke with a volunteer earlier today who described the ongoing situation.
Confused is the first thing that comes to mind. They have no idea where they are. They were told that they were coming somewhere where there would be jobs and housing waiting for them. And they landed here and no one was here to welcome them. We had no idea they were coming and they were just extremely confused. Trying to explain to them where they are. They have no idea where they are.
And you can see right now a truck with a lot of food and other supplies now are being unloaded into this church. Not exactly where this food and supplies are coming from, but a lot of high school students here from the area are helping out as well. Now, the migrant I spoke with earlier today says he's now looking for some long-term work. A state rep tells me that there's a plan in place. They're going to have a meeting later today to try to figure out some long-term solutions for this group of people. But as of right now, this is their home right here at St. Andrew's Church in Edgartown. We'll have the latest. We'll be continuing to cover this situation on ABC6 starting at 4. For now, we're live in Edgartown. Hector Molina, ABC6 News.
All right, Hector, thank you. And all this got us thinking, what if these buses started rolling into Rhode Island? Providence Mayor Jorge Alorza had previously declared the city of Providence a sanctuary city in 2016, meaning the city would allow illegal immigrants to seek refuge in Providence and offer them safety from immigration officers. Well, Providence is a sanctuary city. The rest of Rhode Island is not. Governor Dan McKee addressed the question of declaring Rhode Island a sanctuary state this morning.
Yeah, so I guess the whose definition it is. The people that live in the state of Rhode Island, we're all in with them. So that's the way I would describe it right now. So I'm all in on the people who actually live in the state of Rhode Island right now and help everybody.
The governor also said he does plan to reach out to Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker in the coming days to get more information on how they are handling the Venezuelan migrants. We'll have continuing coverage of the story for you all day here on ABC6 and on our website, abc6.com. Again, Hector Molina is on the vineyard working the details of the story. And now we turn to the weather as we take a live look outside right now with our sky cam. Just a picture perfect middle of September day. A little cool out there. Just right, Chelsea.
Certainly feeling a little bit of a taste of fall in the air today. We're looking at full sunshine across the area. Temperatures at the moment are only in the upper 60s in the Providence area. Those dew points down to the 40s. It's that crisp, very late, almost fall air in place with a breeze from the north to thank for that. It's coming in about 10 miles per hour in the Providence area right now. There's been some gusts over 20 miles per hour, so a bit of a breezy afternoon. Most of the area is still only in the mid to upper 60s range. This is a drop from yesterday at this time, about 5 to 10 degrees cooler at the moment. And we really only top out around 70 degrees today. Yesterday we were closer to 80 degrees, so running about 10 degrees cooler. Again, lots of sunshine, just a little bit of a breeze coming in from the north, keeping us cool, keeping us comfortable. And we have a very cool night ahead of us. Looking at your hour-by-hour forecast, we make it to about 70 degrees, and then as soon as the sun sets, the temperatures drop pretty quickly. By 9 o'clock, we're already around 60 degrees. It looks like many spots tomorrow morning will be in the 40s. I'll have a look at when we warm up from there coming up in just a few minutes. Doreen?
Chelsea, thank you. Now to an ABC6 News follow-up. Railroad companies and the unions representing rail workers have a deal, one the White House believes will avert what could have been an economic crisis. Labor Secretary Marty Walsh announced that deal early
after
this
intense
morning.
negotiations.
Details are thin, but the workers
midnight.
are said to be getting better pay, working conditions, and health care benefits. There was a risk of a strike starting on Friday that could have shut down rail lines across the country, crippling the supply chain. And ABC6 News at noon covering today's headlines now in a special city council meeting on tap tonight in Woonsocket as councilors consider removing Mayor Lisa Baldelli Hunt from her post. Councilors are expected to vote on a resolution that would remove Hunt from office under the city charter. Woonsocket City Councilor Denise Sierra submitted the complaint that started this ball rolling. The complaint accuses the mayor of neglecting her duties on purpose and cites a heated public exchange last month over police contracts. That meeting starts at 7 o'clock tonight. In Your Voice, Your Vote, the Board of Elections planning a meeting for Monday now to consider a recount from Tuesday's primary. Candidates in a handful of races submitted requests to retabulate the ballots. 9 races will be reviewed, including wards 3, 4, and 14 in Providence, State Senate District 29, and House Districts 57 and 58. They will meet again on Tuesday to certify the results. And turning to our schools now, the Department of Education has released the results of an investigation into allegations of students receiving inflated credits in Providence schools. That investigation finding those allegations to be untrue. ABC6 News reporter Yanni Trigelis is live in the newsroom with more. Yanni?
During that investigation conducted by the Providence School District's legal counsel found allegations brought forth by Providence School Board members to be unfounded after the board alleged students short of credits at Mount Pleasant High School were placed into lower grade level classes in order to pass and boost the school's graduation rate. Now, Charles Ruggiero, the man doing the investigation, included reviewing hundreds of documents and interviewing nearly 24 people before releasing his findings report yesterday that says, quote, no factual basis was found for the allegations. Now, ABC6 News caught up with the Department of Education Commissioner Angelica Infante Green this morning to ask her about that investigation.
We moved on it very quickly because we value the work that everyone does in our district. And any allegations we take very seriously. He interviewed more than 21 people. There was about 600 pieces of documents that he went through. So we feel very confident in Charlie Ruggiero's work.
And in addition to the school's investigation, some school board members have called for an independent investigation by the Department of Education into that credit cheating at the school. And Senate Oversight Chairman Lou DePalma also calling for an independent investigation and has scheduled a hearing for next week to discuss it. In the newsroom, Yanni Trigelis, ABC6 News.
Yanni, thank you. And Winters Elementary School in Pawtucket remains closed again today. The school is closed for the second straight day because of a construction accident on Tuesday. According to the superintendent, a machine operator hit a buried ground wire, causing a power outage. The school department is working on a temporary generator so the school can reopen. You may remember Winters already opened nearly a week late after failing an inspection right before the first day of school. And residents in Mansfield no longer have to boil their water. The boil water advisory, or order rather, was lifted late Wednesday. It started after E. coli was detected in the town's water 4 days ago. The town received a third consecutive negative test, meaning the water is safe to use. During the ban, town officials gave out bottled water for residents. The ACLU is crying foul on Providence Police plans to buy more license plate reading cameras. The ACLU Rhode Island says PPD is considering tripling the number of flock safety cameras posted within city limits. A pilot program originally began a few weeks ago. The ACLU accused the police of working to create a mini surveillance state in the city. The ACLU wants the city council to pass a resolution restricting the camera's use. And the family of an elderly Providence man who fell to his death from a drawbridge in Milwaukee is asking people in that city for details about what happened. Richard Dujardin died last month after he fell 71 feet from a drawbridge that opened while he was walking across it. His family says he was hard of hearing and probably didn't hear the warning bells ringing. The family attorney is asking anyone with information or cell phone video to come forward now. And still to come here on ABC6 News at noon, remembering Queen Elizabeth II. How many hundreds of thousands of mourners are lined up to pay their respects to the Queen? And later, which tennis legend is hanging it up at 41, leaving the sport after winning 20 Grand Slam titles? Now to continuing coverage on the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Members of the public are lining up in London to say goodbye to their beloved Queen. Britain's longest-serving monarch will lie in state until Monday, brought there from Buckingham Palace in a solemn procession. ABC's Inez de la Catera is in London with the details.
This morning, thousands lining up to pay their respects as Queen Elizabeth II lies in state at Westminster Hall.
She's been reigning throughout my life. It's always been the Queen, and you just think she'll always be there. So it was a case of, I've got to come and do this.
The line snaking through central London, the government live streaming its progression on YouTube, at one point over 4 miles long.
Everyone's sad and happy. Sad for the Queen, she's wonderful, and happy for Prince Charles, our future king. He's going to make a wonderful job.
You can see these people lining up here on Lambeth Bridge. The line is moving along quite quickly, and they're waiting to get into Westminster Hall right here, where the Queen is lying in state.
I think it's brought the country together. Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales. I think it's been, even in death, the Queen has worked her magic.
The Queen brought to Westminster in a solemn 38-minute procession on Wednesday. Her coffin was carried over from Buckingham Palace on a horse-drawn gun carriage, members of the royal family following on foot. Today, the Prince and Princess of Wales traveling to Sandringham so as to view the floral tributes left by members of the public in memory of Her Majesty. Meanwhile, rehearsals for the Queen's funeral are underway. Guards, officials, and members of the armed forces all marching through London in the early hours of the morning. And according to the King's spokesperson, the King and members of the royal family wish to express their sincere gratitude for the outpouring of support they've received from around the world. Inez de la Catera, ABC News, London.
And still to come on ABC6 News at noon, Chelsea has a look at your weekend and 7-day forecast coming up right after this. Well, 20-time Grand Slam champion Roger Federer is hanging up his racket. In a post on social media today, Federer announced his retirement from competitive tennis. He said he will continue to play tennis in the future, but just not in Grand Slams or on the tour. Federer said next week's Laver Cup in London will be his last ATP event.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
Another incredible tennis career. Sad to see that happening. We are looking at a really nice, almost fall-like day here in southern New England. It is still technically summer. A week from now is when we will officially be into fall. But today, a summer day, a cool summer day. Beautiful conditions over Block Island right now. A little bit breezy, a little bit cool, but plenty of sunshine. Temps in the mid to upper 60s range in most locations. We'll gain another couple of degrees, but right now, certainly feeling a bit cooler than where we were yesterday at this time, about 5 to 10 degrees cooler across most of the area. Typically this time of year, we make it into the mid 70s. Now yesterday, we made it into the upper 70s. Many spots were close to 80 degrees. Today, we're running around 70 degrees, so running slightly cooler than average. Right now, we have the sunshine, but as soon as that sun sets, happening just before 7 o'clock, our temperatures are going to start to drop. They're going to drop pretty quickly. We have a cool night ahead of us. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But this breeze that's coming in from the north, 5 to 15 miles per hour with some gusts coming in at times, 15 to 25 miles per hour. And with a strong breeze from the north today, cool, comfortable air moving in. The dew points right now are in the 40s. That is some really dry, crisp air across southern New England. Dew points down to the low 40s for New Bedford, low 40s in Falmouth as well. Mid 40s here in Providence, feeling again very fall-like outside. Satellite radar image shows you dry, quiet conditions across southern New England. We have a high pressure system in control. You're going to continue to see sunshine across the area today, clear conditions tonight, sunshine tomorrow, sunshine Saturday, sunshine for a lot of the day on Sunday as well. So a nice big stretch of sunny weather and dry weather here in southern New England. That being said, we did get a new drought monitor today. Not much change from last week. In fact, barely any change from last week's, but it doesn't factor in the rainfall that we got on Tuesday. We're gonna have to wait another week for that. We're gonna be dry and clear outside for the rest of the day today. Sunny but breezy. Overnight, when the sun sets, temperatures start to drop. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up with clear conditions, but we're going to be down to the 40s in most locations. It's going to be a cool start to our day tomorrow. From there, you'll see sunshine tomorrow, and with a little bit of a lighter breeze tomorrow, we don't get as chilly. We end up a little bit warmer into the mid 70s range, which is seasonable. Same thing overnight into Saturday morning, a few degrees warmer in the low 50s. Sunshine through much of the day on Saturday. Temperatures still in the mid 70s range. Quick update on the tropics. Tropical storm Fiona, wind sustained at 50 miles per hour, moving towards the west at about 14 miles per hour, continuing to make a track towards Puerto Rico and eventually the Dominican Republic and Haiti, and then gradually making a turn towards the north and west. Now, maintaining tropical storm strength. Right now, the track doesn't have it coming up to hurricane strength, but it's one that we'll continue to watch, especially as it makes that turn towards the northwest and move closer to the eastern seaboard into the early part of next week. One we'll keep an eye on. Temperatures in the low 70s today, mainly sunny. It's just breezy outside. And again, once the sun sets, temperatures drop. Upper 40s by tomorrow morning. Almost the entire area waking up in the mid to upper 40s range. It's going to be a chilly start to the day. Some of the coolest air we've seen since spring, since May, is when the last morning that we had in the 40s for the Providence area. Mid 70s tomorrow. It's going to be another mainly sunny day, a little bit on the cool side of things, but still comfortable. And again, on Saturday, we'll stay seasonable with temperatures in the mid 70s range. 75 is the average high for this time of year. On Sunday, we make it back into the low 80s, so a little bit of a warm up, a little bit muggy as well. The chance of an overnight shower. Most of Sunday looks dry. A couple spot showers into the start of next week. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. This is your last full summer 7-day. Fall officially begins Thursday of next week. So tomorrow I'll have the little fall icon.
Oh, it'll creep back into the 7 day.
Yeah.
Okay. But wow, tomorrow morning, get ready for it.
Yeah, quite a wake up call for
All
Friday
right.
morning.
Okay. That and the coffee. Thanks. And we'll be here too. Thanks, Chelsea. We'll be right back. In consumer news, your Starbucks order is going to get to you a lot quicker. Starbucks telling investors it has new systems and machines that will, for example, let baristas make a Frappuccino in just 36 seconds. That's down from 87 seconds. Starbucks also says it's going to offer new incentives for non-union employees. That includes student loan support, savings accounts, and more sick time. And trending now, today marks the start of National Hispanic Heritage Month. It's observed each year starting on September 15th. It runs through October 15th. National Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the histories, cultures, and contributions of Americans whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. It started in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week. It expanded to 30 days and became law in 1988. Still to come here on the news at noon. We're going to check back in with Chelsea for more of that afternoon forecast. Tina, the Tina Turner musical, launching its national tour right here in Providence this week. The show tells the story of music icon Tina Turner, who broke barriers and became the queen of rock and roll. The role of Tina is so vocally demanding, two women are splitting the role.
She does not speak if it does not have an intention, if it does not mean anything. She does not say words just to say them. Everything that she says means something, and that's what this show is about.
She was who played Tina last night. That's why we're showing her photos. We're not showing the other, but she's, I'm imagining, also just as fantastic. The show is here until Sunday. It's going to end with the afternoon show. There's no Sunday evening performance. Chelsea and I saw it last night, and I have not stopped raving about the show.
It was incredible.
It was so good.
It was so good. Naomi, who we saw play the part last night, was outstanding. If you have a chance to go see it, whether you know all of Tina Turner's songs, whether you don't, it was amazing.
It was so good, so good.
And you won't stop singing.
And Chelsea's been singing it all day.
You're welcome.
It's okay, I'll take it. It was so good.
Voice of an angel over here. We are looking at breezy, cool conditions outside today. Really chilly overnight. Tomorrow looks great. Saturday looks great. A little bit warmer on Sunday.
All right, I'd ask you to sing, but we're out of time. We're out of time. That's going to do it for us today. The news continues first at 4. Have a great day, everybody.